Hey everybody, ronarray here, and message in the bottle became one of the most prominent ways to gamble that league. Especially if you're farming some charts, you're constantly dropping them, and the biggest question, should you open messages in the bottle or sell them? There also been a lot of talks about GG changing the chances to get stuff from message in the bottle. Some of those could be just rumors, but maybe some of those could be true as well. So in this video, I'm going to open one quad tab of message in the bottles to just see if I'm going to profit from that or I'm going to lose currency. It's obviously still kinda RNG like any other Gamba, but I believe the one quad tab should be pretty much enough to showcase is it profitable or not. Let me know in the comments what is your experience with message in the bottle opening that league too. And feel free to subscribe to the channel if you appreciate such unusual videos. Let's go! So at the moment I have one full quad tab of message in the bottle. So if I would decide to buy 144 messages in the bottle, which is one quad tab, I would need to pay 66 divines, which is a pretty decent amount. It could be a little more or a little less, so like from 64 to probably like 67, since price fluctuates a lot. But with the current pricing, it should be approximately like that. That way, from opening a full quad tab of message in a bottle, I will need to get back at least 66 divines in any kind of currency to make any profit. Previously, I dropped a few good things from message in the bottle, including one of the Hinikora's lock, which is approximately like 55 divines at the moment. So if I will drop something big, which is a Hinikora's lock, or any other cool thing, I'm going to break even at least, or even make a decent profit. And right now, since it's like 66 divines, we can just start opening our messages in a bottle. If you want to see just the results, you can always click on the timestamp when I'm going to calculate the profit closer to the end of that video. But right now, I will just keep opening what we have. So we can start going slowly, one by one, just right-clicking it and taking what's going to be inside. Most of it is going to be not really profitable things like rings or amulets. Right here I have a Venter's Gamble, and I think I will need to throw out bad things in the process. So right here I hit Replica Dragon Fang, which could be good, but unfortunately it has like flash offering gems, so it's absolutely useless. A lot of our profit is also going to come from stack decks. As you can see, message in the bottle are dropping stack decks very often. And I already ended up with a decent amount of those. So right here, I'm just opening more and more, getting basic rewards, which are pretty useless too. And right here, another Replica Dragon Fang, but Glacial Hammer is not nice as well. I think if we will hit any good skill from Replica Dragon Fang, it's going to work alright, but most of the time it's probably going to be useless. So right here I hit like Lehub, which at the moment is like 10 chaoses, so it's not too horrible. The rest of the unique items so far being not really useful for anybody and unfortunately will not sell properly. So right here I will just keep opening, and Perkwell 2 is not that horrible as well. Now we will need to keep opening, hoping for anything good. Prospero Protection unfortunately is not really nice as well, so we're just hoping to hit at least some particular divines and more stack decks as well. So right here I got a second divine. Since I paid 66 for everything, I don't think it's going to be that amazing, so like 3 divines at the moment, as you can see, and crazy amount of uniques which unfortunately cost absolutely nothing. Most of those I'm just going to sell to vendors, and we'll just add it back to the quad tab that I currently have open, just to showcase what exactly dropped. So let's keep opening it, and we have more and more rings. When you're opening such a big amount of message in the bottle, it's just a very good reminder how many unique items are in Path of Exile at the moment, and most of them cost absolutely nothing. I really hope that some of them will get buffed later on, just because it's very cool to see a big amount of rings, belts and other types of items, and it's kinda sad that most of them are not really useful past the early start. So most of the time we're just going to hope for stack decks or divines. I think I've been pretty unlucky with raw divines so far, not a single time when I dropped like 5, and amount of stack decks wasn't that high as well. So right here we have an Astra Mantis, which is not too bad, but unfortunately Astra Mantis and Path of Exile 1 is only like 10 chaoses, so we're not going to profit from it much. And right now I think we're hitting the middle. It means I spent tremendous amount of currency already, that's about 33 divines. Here I got the Intuitive Leap, which is about 20 chaoses, and Reflecting Mist. It's definitely not going to break me even, but at least it's going to make my loss not that horrible. So right here I keep opening, and most of the time we're just receiving more and more of unique rings and unique flasks together with additional belts. It's also funny that you have a pretty nice chances to get almost any unique possible from there, and we might even hit some cool things such as Mage Bloods or Headhunters or any rare items too. So around the middle of it, I believe that I'm currently losing currency, and the only thing that can save me is practically hitting something actually big, at least in terms of currency, or getting something big in terms of unique items too. Because at the moment I'm barely getting things up, and considering I spent like half of the message in the bottle already, I believe there's a big chance I'm going to end up with a loss. So that might happen with any Gamba, but we still have some hope to hit something big and nice exactly at the end of the Gamba from like last possible message in the bottle. So I'm just keeping things which cost more in the inventory, and the rest goes to Stash tab itself. I'm not even going to drop it to my inventory anymore. And at the moment it's looking like a pretty decent loss. Unfortunately, most of the uniques which I'm getting will cost absolutely nothing and not going to work that nice. However, we still can hope for some kind of miracle which is going to save that Gamba. It's also very funny, but I never hit even a simple currency when I'm just getting like 6 divines up. And so far the only amount of divines I got been like 1. So in the end it's only 4 raw divines so far for me, which is looking absolutely unflattering at the moment. And even amount of stack decks, which are kinda nice, will probably not save me from a massive loss overall. So right here we have like Boss Devotion, but don't make it like it's lying for you. It costs only 8 chaoses as well. Most of the things which are small and very reliable will cost like from 1 to 5 chaoses, and I'm probably not even going to bother selling most of those. Right here I hit like a Fracturing Orb, which is like 2.5 divines, and that might help if I would be not at the end of 66 divine Gamba, which is looking like a massive loss at the moment. So if you're not dropping a mirror from the last message in the bottle, I think I'm going to lose currency right here. The only question is how big my loss is going to be. I'm opening the last one, and that's the belt. So that's what we ended up with. Let's calculate the profit, or more like a loss. So here is the result and everything I got. I paid 66 divines to open 144 messages in the bottle, and that's what I received. All the uniques that I dropped are practically absolutely worthless, so anything between like 1 to 10 chaoses. Some of them, like Wolves Devotion, probably will sell for like 5 chaoses, the rest is like 1 to 2. I'm probably not going to even bother and will just sell them to vendor. I also got 541 stack decks, which sounds nice, but with the current prices, that's about of 8 divines at best. So as you can see, like 8 divines, 550, it's very close. With a little swap in prices, it should be about like 8 divines approximately. I also got 4 raw divines, so 12 divines together, 1 fracturing orb, which is going to be 14 divines, and double intuitive leap, which is like 20 chaoses each, together with a reflecting mist, which we calculate like 1 divine at best. That way, I'm ending up with 15 divines after the Gamba. 15 divines for all of that, considering I spent 66. That way, I lost about 51 divine after opening all my messages in the bottle, which is absolutely devastating loss. I honestly believe I've been a little unlucky with divine orbs and usually it should go a little better, but most of the time, at least in the current patch, if you're opening messages in a bottle, especially in Masse, you're probably going to end up with a loss. So keep that in mind if you're going to do it yourself. Maybe GG actually changed something, or it's been like that from the start, but at the moment that Gamba is definitely not looking like the one with the good odds. Even if I would drop something like Hinicora's Lock, I'm still probably going to be barely breaking even or staying with a small loss anyway. Because for 66 divines spent, I need like Hinicoras, I needed more divines that I got, and all of that together will give me only a small profit. So at the moment, I definitely do not recommend such Gamba. So I hope it will be helpful for you, and I just took the hit for all of us. Thank you very much for watching, and see you next time. Don't lose currency like I did.